Hey guys, this is Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I have 3 stock music licensing tips from the production side of things. What are 3 things that you can do when you're putting your producer's hat on to make sure that you're going to sell more songs more consistently, make more money, and also make better songs that are more usable for your listeners and for your customers? The first thing I'm going to do is take off my glasses because there's a glare, and that's annoying. Okay, so this lesson is actually an excerpt from my course on how to start licensing your music. There's a free 5-day portion of the course you can get. You can sign up down below. I'll put a link there, www.stockmusicmusician.com. These are the tips I use to earn thousands of dollars licensing music. Okay, let's go. These are 3 production tips. The first is to play at least one instrument live on every track. I'm going to get into all of these in detail in a sec. The second is to use unique sounds, at least some of the time. At least some of the parts of your song need to be unique. And the third part is to keep it simple for music licensing. But you still have to sound full, and so we'll dig into that. Alright, so let's go to the first part. Play it live. On all of your tracks, there should be at least one instrument that you're playing live. So even if you have a song, and actually my best-selling song is a drum loop, a guitar loop, a percussion loop, and me playing bass live on top of that. That's not what I do normally, but I think the only reason it's selling is because the bass is live. Similarly, a lot of my songs have half loops or half samples or half something, but at least 1 or 2 live instruments. I have a lot of like EDM songs where, I've used a loop here, I've used synth instruments, but I put like a live guitar or 2 on top of those, and those are way more successful than the instruments that are pure, or the songs that are purely in the box. So if you can play something live, please do. Partly also, you might be better at these other instruments, so that's another reason, but it just adds an organic, real quality to it that is unique and is yours, and is going to make you stand out. Now the second thing is to use unique sounds, and this could be twofold. Partly, I'm talking about playing an instrument live, and however you play that instrument, it's going to uniquely sound like yours. Nobody's got the exact, guitar, pedal, rig that you have. Nobody has your exact technique. But it doesn't have to be that. Like, when you're using soft synths, tweak them. Make the patches your own. Or, get use a guitar stomp box delay and run one of your soft synths through it. Reamp it so that you've got a unique sound. Even just playing, like a live percussion track or 2. Nobody has a room that sounds like yours. Nobody has that loop. So make it your own. Make unique sounds, whether through real instruments, by tweaking patches, by using effects in an interesting way. These things are all going to combine together to make your productions stand out from people that just take 5 loops and mix them together. So that's another big part. The third important thing you need to keep in mind as a producer of stock music is that you need to keep it simple. I think I prefer like a wall of sound where there's a bunch of ear candy going on everywhere. Candy for your ear. And that's not really what works best in music licensing. You want to have simple, clear parts, a lead, 1 or 2 chordal patterns going on, drums, maybe a percussion, a bass, but your songs still need to sound full. So what you're going to do, and where the art is in layering multiple instruments, for example, playing with the bass player. So you might have a synth bass, a sub bass, and then maybe, you could have another instrument playing the bass line, but that isn't a bass. And so there's a fullness of sound, but not a fullness of tonality, or pitch, I guess. You're not going all over the place with a bunch of melodies and rhythms, but you've got 3 different instruments filling up the sonic spectrum. Similarly, you might have like a guitar part, like, doing something like wah, 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 right? Okay, that sounds great. But you could also have a percussion part accenting that, so it could be like, some bongos going, something like that. So you're filling it up, but you're filling it with layers as opposed to things that are completely unrelated. And you're keeping the patterns and the melodies locked up, so you're not overwhelming the listener with too many sounds, too many patterns, too much melody. You're overlaying them with a feeling, but it's not a complex feeling. It's a very clear feeling that's very richly described, unlike my words here doing it. So I hope you found these 3 tips helpful. I hope they will help you improve your productions of stock music. And if you're interested in learning how to start licensing your music, like I said, I've got a free 5-day crash course. The link's down there, www.stockmusicmusician. And I hope you enjoyed this, because this is the type of videos that are all throughout the course. Bye-bye.